Hello and welcome. So, I actually already recorded this video and for some reason the audio didn't work. So, here we are. I've already pulled the cards. But yeah, in this video, I'm going to talk about the new moon in Virgo. Hopefully, get it right this time. And I'm going to talk about a bit about the astrology of the week ahead and doing sort of a reading for the week ahead. So let's start with the new moon in Virgo. So that's happening like today and maybe tomorrow, depending on where you are. So, new moon in Virgo, what is it about? What is it asking of us? So, new moon in Virgo is very much like Virgo is about the details and our health and our day-to-day habits, and that's really what Virgo is centered around, like how we take care of the details so that we can be of service to others. So it's a really service oriented sign. It's very interested in like showing up on the day-to-day basis to be of service, right? But this particular new moon is making an opposition to Saturn, so it's a little bit tricky because Saturn is quite I love Saturn, but it can be quite hard. So, and with it being an opposition, Saturn is also the planet of like boundaries, of limitations, of restrictions, of no, basically, like it's a big old no. Not doing too many things, like having discernment, saying yes only to the right things. Like that's really what Saturn's concerned about. So with Virgo being in its shadow side, being quite critical and opposing Saturn, it's not the most comfortable new moon. However, I do think it's going to be a really helpful one because this particular one is really asking us to look at where we are overly hard on ourselves, where we are where we are overly critical to ourselves and maybe to others as well. Where have we pushed our boundaries? Where have we pushed our limits, and it's going to be asking us to get back into alignment with that allows us to be like of service again. And also not just that, but like it wants us to not be burning ourselves out essentially. So a huge theme I've been talking about for quite some time now, and it's really sort of making sense, is this feeling of exhaustion and burnout, possibly like from summertime. It's like things being so big and so loud, and now it's like, right, we need to recalibrate. Like I really feel like that's the word. It's about recalibration, realigning. It's not a retrograde or anything, but it does have a lot of the re words like a retrograde does, so that we can get back on track. So some really good questions to ask ourselves is like, where are we being overly hard on ourselves, and where are we pushing our capacity? It's actually interesting. So I did a video about this last week and me talking about that personally, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense. It's like being very honest with ourselves about where we are overextending ourselves, where we don't have capacity for certain things, and making space for things that actually are in alignment, that bring us joy, happiness, and fulfillment. Because I think a lot of us have kind of strayed off the path a little bit. So we're being asked to come back to that. That's really what this new moon wants for us. Other than this new moon, this week we've also got Mars entering Cancer. So Mars in Cancer is not the most comfortable placement either. It's in its fall, which is like considered to be its least comfortable place. I don't think there's ever a bad place in astrology, but like there can be comfortable and like easier and then more challenging. And Mars in Cancer can be that because Mars is very directive. It's the warrior. It's like direct in its communication as well, and like quick to sort of act. And Cancer is not really so much that. Cancer is the nurturer, is the mother, is family oriented, rules the fourth house in astrology, so the home, think of all like kind of family stuff. So this sort of aspect can promote like more focus on like our home and like family matters, but it can also promote like being more passive aggressive. You might notice that people become more passive aggressive during this time that Mars is in Cancer. Or you may see it in yourself. You may become more passive aggressive, less direct about asking for what you need. So just things to sort of look out for there. And that's going to be happening on Wednesday. So yeah, new moon today and tomorrow, and then Wednesday is the change with Mars going into Cancer. So, like I say, I've already done this reading, so I've already pulled the cards, and the cards I'm going to show you first are the cards that are about the new moon, and then I'm going to show you the cards for the rest of the week. So, here we have got like new moon energies, we've got Seven of Wands, and to me, this is very much like the wounded warrior, the wounded soldier. Like if you look at the card, that wand at the front has taken a few knocks, taken a few beatings, and I really do feel like for some time now there's been this theme of exhaustion, burnout, and like being really tested. Some of us have been really pushed, really tested, not just by others but ourselves. We've been pushing ourselves. Mars, it's the Mars card there, like that's the Mars glyph, is a doer. You know, Mars loves to do, loves to go, loves to take action. And sometimes that can result in, if there's too much sort of martial energy, that it results in burnout. And I feel like this card really is sort of saying, like, yeah, some of you have been really, really pushed. Like, yes, you're still standing, but there is a need here to sort of take a step back a little bit and focus more on your health, because that is what Virgo really wants for us. This new moon is all about setting new intentions around our health and our habits, and yeah, taking care of the vessel, which is like the body, right? Virgo is also an earth sign, so earth rules like the physical realm, so our physical bodies, and detoxifying and cleansing so that we can be of service again. So we've also got here Sun in Virgo card, which is very on the nose because obviously the Sun is also in Virgo, um, which is very much about like taking care of details. Like we're being asked to go back to the drawing board sort of thing, and like now to ask those questions of, where am I overextending myself? Where am I pushing my capacity? Where have I like taken a few knocks, you know, and like, okay, you've done some hard stuff and that's good, but now you need to focus on the details. The what are you gonna like, maybe for some of you, you've not been taking so much care of like, yeah, like you might have got really busy with stuff, and then you're not like having proper meals, you're not having proper dinner, like, you know, that kind of a thing where like you're not going for the small walk that you know really helps like your back because you get back pain, like those kinds of things. And it's asking us to take care of those sort of little details that really help us to feel better. And it feels like it's going to be something new because the Fool is also here as well. So the Fool is very like starting something new, initiating something new, and it feels like it could be something in the realms of something physical because we are in this, it's a new moon in Virgo spread here. So Virgo is earthy, starting something like some new habit that maybe you haven't done for a while, picking up something new. It could be something like going to the gym, that would be a very physical thing, but it might just be like something, yeah, I when I first did the reading, I kept like doing this, and it's like something like maybe some kind of habit that's just involves your hands in some way, just something, I don't know. It feels like there's something new wanting to emerge with this new moon, which makes sense also because it's a new moon, right? New moons are often about like planting new seeds, starting something new, and it feels like it's going to be something quite tangible, something in our material, physical reality, if you know what I mean. So then I also pulled some cards for the rest of the week in terms of how to like what to expect and how to navigate it. And here we've got Nine of Discs, gain. So this could be a few things. This could be like there might be some, your hard work has really paid off and you're going to start seeing that this week, you know, like I love this card. It's really interesting because this is actually Venus in Virgo, so another Virgo card. And typically Venus in Virgo is not seen to be like a comfortable placement, but in this deck I actually think it's really good. Like look at it, look how amazing the artwork is, and the word at the bottom, I know it's a bit blurry, but it says gain. So it's like all of the riches and the bounty, like, so for some of you it feels like you might be getting in, like you'd be reaping the rewards of all of this work that you've been putting in, and that's going to be really like lovely for you. And for some of you it feels more like getting back in touch with gratitude and what the bounty that is here, and like it's not just about what you're going to get, but like noticing what is already here. Because sometimes I think when we feel beaten down and a little bit, you know, trodden on by life, because we also have the Ten of Swords here, which sort of speaks of that, like feeling like a bit defeated by life, and I don't know, a little bit like, yeah, just like, yeah, just defeated. I always feel like it's a huge defeat kind of energy. That you forget to see like that actually things are, you are exactly where you're meant to be, and that things are beautiful and like amazing. We just don't see it because we're in this kind of like a bit of a victim-y kind of mindset, can be. I don't say that with judgment. We all do it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we're being reminded to like get back in touch with all of the gain that is here. We've also got Queen of Cups here, which to me feels like a very nurturing energy. Like cups is the emotional world. So we need to, again, it's like for the rest of the week, taking care of your emotional well-being, being more nurturing towards yourself. I think that's going to help with Mars entering Cancer as well. Cancer being the nurturer. There is something here about needing to take care of ourselves again, which I feel like I've been saying a lot recently in videos, but it's like, it's not done because we have just been through so much, you know, like it does feel like we've been really put through the ringer. And now it's time to kind of get our stuff back in order, like taking care of ourselves. And it might not always be like exciting and fun, but it's really helpful and like healing. You know, Virgo is the healer. So it's like a time to heal, a time to retreat, a time to reflect. Virgo in tarot is the hermit, which is all of these things about like reassessing things. It's like, okay, let's look at what's gone on and like assess whether that's really working for us anymore. Like that's really what this time is about, what this season is about, is like reassessing things so that we don't like continue pushing and pushing and then just like becoming completely incapable of doing anything. You know, it's like, where have we been ignoring the signs along the way? Where have we, like, maybe your body's been like making noises at you and it's like, oh, I'm hurting here, and like you have headaches or you have bad back or those kinds of things, and you've just been like, no, I have to keep going, I have to keep going, push push push. And now it's like, right, no, stop, be still. It's the holding the tension between the stillness, that's the hermit, the retreating, the going back, with bringing in the new habits, the details, getting those sort of dialed back in again is very much the vibe. So yeah, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself again, this for the rest of this week is going to be super duper helpful. So yeah, so that's everything. So thank you so much for watching that. I hope that was helpful. Let me know what resonated for you. And as always, if you have enjoyed it, liking, commenting and subscribing is the best way to get more of this content and support the channel. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.